Welcome everybody to today's practice, and today's theme is all about managing stress and actually how we can use our physical practice to let stress go from the body. It's very difficult when our mind is a little busy to then come down into this moment. This is why we have a practice, so that we can transition from one state to another. So, as ever, we're going to start in a comfortable seat, and today I'm going to start on my knees, but feel free to start in a cross-legged position or on a chair, whatever feels good for you. And today's practice is all about movement and also timing the breath with the movement. Now, this is something I put into all of my classes, but today we're going to make this very specific to that. And we're going to actually try a little movement in the standing that you may not have done before, okay? So this is a great way of moving the energy through the body, allowing stress to leave the body, and just a great way of feeling good. So it might be something that you haven't tried before, so give it your best effort and let's see how you get on. Okay, so just coming into a seated position, take the hands forward and resting on the knees or however they feel comfortable, and allow the eyes to close. Just watch your breath for 5 breaths as we inhale and exhale. Now, you don't have to do anything with the breath to start with, just notice as you breathe in and out. Just feeling where you feel the breath. And slowly we're going to lengthen our exhale. Just making the exhalation slightly longer than the inhalation. Very good reason for this, but for now we're just going to breathe and feel our breath becoming longer on the exhale. Now, as you find this rhythm, see if you can begin to allow the shoulders to relax. As you exhale, allow the muscles in the face and the head to relax. And gently, when you're ready, blinking open the eyes. Very good. We should already be feeling a little less stressed and a little bit more chilled, hopefully. So, to start today's practice with the movement, we're going to take the hands towards the knees. Remember, if you're in a cross-legged position, this is still okay. And with the breath, we're going to inhale, we're going to move the body, so we're going to lift the chest forward and up. And as your chest lifts up, we're going to move the chin up as well as the eyes towards the ceiling or the sky. And gently begin to exhale, rounding at the back, just tucking the chin towards the chest, and just allow the back to arch. No force here. As the chin meets the chest, begin to inhale. Lifting the chest, the chin and the eyes forward, and as the gaze meets the sky, begin to exhale, slowly drawing the chin around to the chest and bringing the upper back round to a nice arc. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. And what we're trying to do here, like the rest of the practice, is time the movement with the breath. At the very tip of the exhalation, the chin taps the chest. Tip of the inhale, the eyes meet the ceiling. See if we can coordinate your breath and the body. Now, you're going to move at a different pace to myself. Listen to your body, listen to your pace. One final inhalation. Lifting out the spine, chest moves up and forward, and exhale back. And returning to center. Good. Take an inhale in. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee, We're going to take the left hand behind the body. We're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, and as we exhale, we're gently going to twist round to the left. Just bearing in mind, you may be moving opposite to me, depending on how this is broadcasting. Inhale, lengthen the spine a little more. On the inhale, nice and deep, and see if we can create a little bit more of a twist, but very gently. As you exhale, just finding a little bit more space. And inhale, draw the body back around. Again, opposite side, exhale. On a twist, you can draw the belly or the diaphragm up slightly to create space as the left hand comes to the right knee, the right hand behind. And before we come into our final range in this twist, we're going to inhale again. Lengthen the spine, make sure it's nice and straight for the twist, and exhale, draw round slightly. And inhale to center. And exhale, release the hands, release the legs. However you are coming to a kneeling position, just be mindful you're sitting down for a little while, so if you need to give the legs a little shake to wake them up, absolutely fine. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And from this position, I just want you to feel a nice ground through the body, making sure you're even through each fingertip, through the knees, through the hands, the left side, the right side, the hands and the knees. Try and find your center, find your ground. Taking 2 deep breaths here. And as you inhale, we're going to tuck the toes, and gently we are going to press back into the feet with a tilted tailbone to try and keep a nice stretch to the feet. And as you release the breath, draw your shoulders over slightly the wrists or just above them, depending on your flexibility. And as we breathe back and forth, we're just gently going to push into the feet, then over to the wrists. So just warming up the ankles, the wrists, feeling a nice stretch, and also timing the rhythm of the breath with the movement. So start slow, find your pace. As you transition from a pose, your breath may change. So just check in with yourself at any point. Make sure that your breath is steady and it's flowing with the rhythm of the body. Now, because we're not doing anything too strenuous here, and it's all about connection of breath and movement, it doesn't matter whether you're breathing in or out as you move in this position. I just want you to time the movement and the breath. I'm exhaling as I'm pushing back, and I'm inhaling as I lift over. Very good. Very good, okay. So bringing the body back to center, there's a couple of variations here. What we're going to do is take this movement and breath into a bit more of a challenging pose. So taking the forearms down with the elbows underneath the shoulders this time, the knees underneath the hips. And this time we're going to monitor our breath. We're going to exhale as we come forward, and we're going to inhale as we come back. So as we exhale, we're going to draw the chin over towards the hands till you feel comfortable that you can stay here, and then we're going to inhale, pushing backwards. So tilt the tailbone as you bring it back, keeping the hips above the knees. Exhale forward, inhale back. Breathe. Two more breaths. Really connect with your pace. Don't worry if your pace is slower or faster than mine. And rest here. Now from this position, if it's in your practice, we can gently take the toes underneath and lift the knees up. Now we're going to do exactly the same with a straight leg, but if this is too much, stick to your knees. And if the knees are too much to go again, you can come back to the rhythm with the toes and the hands. Okay, so if you're still with me on this one, as before, we're going to take the legs up and we're going to exhale over, holding, and then inhale, shifting back with a slight bend to the knees so that the hips can move. Exhale forward, inhale, exhale, Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Final time. Over we go. And bringing it back. Hold, soften at the knees, and gently release. Drawing the hands just slightly back on this one. Tuck the toes. We're going to move into a downward facing dog and then transition from the downward facing dog into a plank and back, just like we have been. So if that is too much for you, you can take any variation that we've done so far, whether it's on the knees, forearms, or even in this position here. So spreading the fingers, pressing into the palms. Before we lift up, we're going to tilt the tailbone. And I want you to imagine a nice straight line from the palm running through the shoulder all the way along the spine to the tailbone. And we're going to keep the knees soft as we press up. So exhale completely. Inhale, pressing through the feet. Keep the tailbone nice and tilted. Keep that spine nice and straight and the knees soft. Just to warm up the legs, we're going to gently walk through the heels, lengthening at the hamstrings, and just finding a nice stretch through the legs. Be mindful we're not pushing down through the shoulders towards the mat. The weight is transferring through the palms to the tailbone to the sky. So imagine your weight is pushing up the spine towards the legs. Very good. Now just bringing those legs into stillness, we are going to exhale, pushing forward on the toes, drawing the body over into a nice high plank as the core activates, the belly is drawn back and the glutes are squeezed. Making sure the heels are above the toes. To initiate the next push back, tilt the tailbone, push back into those hands along that straight line, up the spine to the sky, into the heels, but keep the knees soft. Exhale, pushing forward. Inhale, bringing it back. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. And final time, we're going to exhale across. Inhale, send it back. And this time as we exhale, bring it over and just walk the feet with it to the inside of the hands. We're going to tilt the tailbone here. Inhale, press strongly through the feet, reach forward with the hands, squeeze the bum. As we reach the fingers up towards the sky, have a slight back bend and exhale, the hands come down. Okay, so we're just going to take a gentle fold flow here just to really generate energy from the toes all the way up through the body to the crown of the head, through the hands to the sky, and then we're going to come into a little bit more movement before finding a nice relaxation to really let the body go. So for this position, we're going to take our feet hips width apart, facing forward. We need a nice active bum to keep the posture nice and strong here. This is going to support the lower back. Draw the hands into the chest. Shoulders up and back, lengthen through the spine. Feel nice and strong as we're in a variation of mountain, our prayer mountain. Exhale completely. As we inhale, lengthen the hands. Send them up nice and tall. Keep the shoulders relaxed still. Activate the bum and take your chest forward and up to create a nice straight back bend. A nice gentle back bend. And exhale, hands back forward, tilt the tailbone. The hands come across the body, reaching down towards the floor, softening at the knees if you need. From this position, we're going to draw the hands up towards the knees. Draw your gaze forward as we look up and lengthen, straightening the spine. Exhale, deepening down into your forward fold. And as you inhale, nice big long breath here, uncurl the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. It may help to keep your hands drawing up the back of your legs. As you begin to uncurl, allow your shoulders, your arms, your hands to draw nice and wide all the way up to top as we squeeze the bum. Chest comes forward and up, slight back bend. And exhale, tilt the tailbone, chest comes forward, releasing the hands. Very good, everybody. Nice flow with this one. Meet the breath with the movement of the body. Exhale a little deeper, whole body to hang, and then uncurl the spine. Long breath all the way up as the hands draw to the center, to the top. And exhale, last time, all the way down, remembering to tilt the tailbone, giving you enough space through the hips. Release the hands. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, deeper into our fold. Inhale and curl the whole body. Drawing the arms up. And exhale the hands back down into our strong praying mountain. And release the hands, shaking everything off. Well done, everybody. We've created some energy. Now, what we're going to do now is something a little bit different. And we have been delving into some dynamic big movements. Now, what we're going to do is activate movement in the body on a very subtle but very dynamic level. So you're going to feel this in a very lovely way afterwards, but to start with might feel a little bit awkward, but that's okay. If you haven't done this before, it has amazing benefits, but I just want you to be super steady with yourself. Make sure it's right for you, that it's not causing any discomfort whatsoever. And what we're going to do is shake. And if you look in nature, and if you look to a lot of animals, one way that they release stress is to shake, like ducks do it when they shake out their feathers, and you can see it in other animals just after they've been chased, for instance. As a way of processing what has just happened, they shake to get rid of the stress. So we're going to do this and see how you feel. So first off, just start with one leg. Just start moving one leg, and let's see if we can just start shaking the foot. If you need to take something to hold on to for support, completely understand, absolutely fine. And just start shaking the ankle. Now, if you can start shaking the hands with it as well, brilliant. And see if we can start to control the breath as you do it. Allow your knee and the whole leg and the whole hip to go. You might find this becomes tiring in a minute where we'll swap legs. So just allowing the whole body to shake. Control your breath. Changing legs. Allow the knee, the hip, and everything just to let go. Let the hands go. It might not be wise to let the shoulders go just yet until we've got both feet on the floor, but the hands can go for now while we get the leg going. Okay, so bringing that foot down. Okay, we're going to do both legs together and the hands. So just from the side, we can just start to just lift up through the feet. This is going to move energy through the body. You're going to feel this. Right, now let the hands go as well. Now you may find that you get a little rhythm to this shaking, and you're going to get a lot of mental and possibly a lot of mental resistance coming to this. Might feel a bit silly, might feel a bit awkward, but that's so good, you know. Sometimes it's okay to go through these things and recognize that this has a benefit on us, and it's worth feeling just for this moment. Perhaps a tad bit silly just to shake it out, or you may feel great and want to keep going. So let's do this. Shaking out, or chucking the elbows, chucking the shoulders, and see if we can now let the chest come into it and let the hips come into it, and start to breathe with it. Lengthen your exhale. Keep this going. It gets quite tiring, doesn't it? Shaking it out, moving the body, change the way you're shaking. See if you can feel the energy through. You may even want to hum or sigh it out. Whatever feels good in this moment, let it go. Just let the body go. We're nearly there, everybody. Not long left. Keep this going. My calves are feeling it a little bit. And slowly bringing this to a stop. Gently working this down. Okay. Wow, I can feel that energy, that tingle right through the hands and the feet already. Whew, my breath is going. Let's take a moment in mountain just to regain our focus and breath. Very good. We're going to work our way down into a laying down position, so however it feels comfortable. To do so, just gently bringing ourselves down to a laying down position as we move into Shavasana. We're going to finish today's practice in Shavasana. I'm going to guide you into Shavasana and then we're going to stay there for as long as you need. I'm not going to bring you out. Your body is going to bring you out when you're ready. Okay, so taking your heels to the edges of your mat, to the corners of your mat with support, lower yourself down, undo any bubbles or anything that's going to throw your neck or your head offline. Allow the arms to come to a comfortable space with the palms, which the palms face up. If the breath is still a little fast, just take a moment to regain it. Now we were shaking only for a little while. I just want you to feel the sensations of the body. Feel the energy running through it. As your breath begins to slow, allow your body to relax. Just feel the sensations in the top of your head and the back of your head, your face muscles and your neck. And when you feel these sensations, allow the body to completely relax, letting the head completely relax. And gently move your awareness down into your shoulders. We can put our worlds down. There's nothing to carry here. You feel the sensations in your shoulders. Allow them to relax. Completely let go. Allow this relaxation to spread completely through the body. Letting go each body part as you move. Allowing the chest, the abdomen, the waist, the hips, the legs, all to completely relax. You can move as fast or slow as you wish. And then allow your entire body to completely relax. Completely let go. Then relax all efforts. Let go of your practice and remain in Shavasana as long as you need.